guys, welcome back to another episode of Gold Shelf. Today we're going to be looking at the Mcfarlane Gold Label Collection Batman Hazmat suit out of the DC Multiverse line. As you all know it, this guy was announced, I don't know, a couple of months ago, maybe last year. There's two versions of this figure. There's the regular one, and then there's the one with the light up insignia. That's the one you want to get, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, if you can't get the exclusive one, I mean, as long as you can get the figure, it's cool. The only difference is that this is the exclusive, right? So the exclusive has the painted armor, the shoulder gauntlets, and the armor on the shin guards, knee guards, and his boots. The regular version is just like all black. Like it's not, there's nothing wrong with that, but I I prefer this figure much more than the other one, just because of the aesthetic. It just looks nicer, and yeah, man. So I don't know much about this comic line. This figure is based on out of the Justice League, the Amazo Virus. I never read that before, but I'm gonna be looking into it pretty soon. It's pretty fascinating, and I looked up some info on it, and I kind of dig the story. So, but yeah, man. So the box itself, not much going on the sides. The front, you get your standard Mcfarlane boxing display. It's got a window. You got the figure right here, the name of the figure, and Justice League, the Amazo Virus, COVID virus, and then right here you got the rest of the assortment. You got what's this guy's name? Etrigan. You got King Shazam, White Knight, and the bike. Well, I think this is promoting the motorcycle, not the figure. And Wonder Woman. This figure I completely passed on. And Shriek Unmasked. I don't have this figure yet. Honestly, none of these figures got my attention. The only one I was really after was the White Knight, because I have the motorcycle, but I've yet to get the figure. I don't know why I can't find him in store. Not too long ago, he was a peg warmer in a way. But yeah, man. So let's take a quick pause and crack this guy. All right, here we got him out of the packaging. Accessory wise, he does come with a base stand, right? And he comes with his little card, like the rest of the figures. Little card here with some information in the back. So that's pretty cool if you want to pause that and read that. It's just a little data file. I don't really keep these. I'm pretty sure I lost the rest of the other cards that I've gotten with the other figures I've purchased, but I might hold on to this one. I don't know. It might just go in the garbage. I'm not sure. But your standard issue base stand with the DC insignia on it. So that's pretty cool. Let's put these to the side. Man, this guy is really nice, man. I'm digging him. I just can't, man. I just love the proportion of it, man. And I'm aware of the joints and all that, but that doesn't really bother me. It doesn't irk me on this figure. On some of the other figures, it's kind of like, why can't you like pick different joints? Let's jump into the paint apps. This guy is really sick, man. The only thing I can't say don't like. I mean, something I don't appreciate, right, is the inside of his suit, right? Like all these little areas right here, like the stuff that's not like armored, it's not painted. So it's like once you put him into some really bright light, you can see that, and it kind of like takes away some love from him, because you got some gun right here, gunmetal paint right there, but there's nothing else like other than that, like all in the creases on his backside. Like this could have been painted, a little bit more, a little bit of detail could have been, all this sculpting could have been covered a little bit. Like you got some line right there, you got a little bit of a like a piece of armor right there on his biceps, on the back as well. It could have been painted a little bit, but I mean, it's not so bad. The hoses are painted, so that's pretty cool. I guess it gives it some pop. Whatever this is, his little pouch with his antivirus, with his pathogen or whatever it might be in there, that's painted. Got some black, and then you got some gold. His utility belt is painted as well. I like that. That's really cool. I don't know, this battery pack where the light goes, like, because right, this lights up, so there's got to be some kind of way to power the light, right? So this is not painted, but I think it may light up on the back as well, so that's pretty cool. And we'll get into the light feature in just a minute. And his chest armor isn't painted, so that's kind of a, I don't know, man. It's just like rubberish. It's just a piece of rubber. So I mean, yeah. But the little chemical insignia on the with this that goes with this bat symbol, that's painted black. I think it's just like a matte black. There you go. Or flat. I mean, I'm sorry. And that's about it, man. You got some paint on the knees, a little bit of gold right there, and you got this gunmetal running down from his knees, his knee guards to his shin guards, and then to his boots. But it's a little shinier on the boots than it is on the shin guards, but that doesn't kill me. It's not so bad. You got some more paint on his gauntlets, and then you got some kind of console on his forearm. I can't really tell what that is. But there's like a little bit of buttons and a little bit of sculpting in there, so it might be like a computer or something like to analyze and whatnot. And the other side is just armor, so that's really nice. I like that touch. All right, let's look into the light, man. That's what I'm mostly excited for. So to get the battery feature functioning, I guess obviously you just pull this out, and then there should be a button on here. Correct? There it is. Wow, I'm so excited. So exciting, man. That's really nice, man. I like that. In the camera you can't catch it, but there's a little light in there. I don't know if it's LED, not sure. But it doesn't light up the full background behind the insignia. It just like lights up the center. But on the camera, it looks really nice. You can't really tell. So for like far away, if you display them, in your case, your shelf, you won't really be able to tell, or notice that there's only one bulb in there. But if you look at it directly, like from an eye point of view, like you can see, like there's just one light in there, and it only illuminates the center. So it would have been cool if they would have, shimmed that out a little bit, or buffed it out a little bit, and it would have lit up this whole area inside. But then it might not glow right or something, so it's cool. The way I appreciate it, it's awesome, man. I'm digging it. But that's it for the paint apps. That's it for the light feature. You see it right there, so that's really nice, man. I really suggest that you get this figure. It's Batman. It's a cool variation of Batman. I'm digging it, man. I can't wait to display him. Put him on the shelf or on my desk. So now let's get into the articulation. Articulation wise, he can't move much of his torso, and his head is like very minimal, right? So his head, you can't spin 360, but you can look, up a little bit. You can look down, and it's obviously the head's on a ball hinge joint. The shoulders, ball joint on the arms, and he's got like a little butterfly joint in there as well. I don't know if you guys can see that right there. There's a little butterfly joint in there, but you get some motion in the biceps as well. You can spin 360, but because of the shoulder pad, the shoulder armor, you can't really see that. So you can't really like get much clearance. I guess if you move it around, you know what I mean, you can manipulate it and get it out of the way. You do get double jointed elbows. That's really nice. Mines are pretty stiff. It's fairly new. It's basically new, right? Just crack them open. So it's brand new. So I'm having a hard time getting both joints to move. You got two pegs in there, so the one inside the arm is actually the one that needs to be heated up, so I can get it to move around. You got a ball hinge joint at the wrist. Get some 360 motion in there. It rocks, it pivots, all that good stuff. His ab crunch, he does have, his torso, he does have a joint which he can lean forward a little bit. He can't move that much back, but you can get some rotation in there. Because of the hoses, you can't really get him to do a whole 360 turn, but he's got a ball hinge joint, I believe, so the top portion of his torso spins as well, and his lower section. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty good. And then his legs, you just can't really get that much of a range of motion there. So you can kick up that high, that much backward. That's not too shabby, for being what it is. Because really the gimmick of the figure is the light up insignia, right? So yeah, and then on his hoses, I just want to point this out. Where the two hoses meet, this coupling right here, there is a swivel there, so you can get him to churn. You know what I mean? So you're not like tearing your hoses out or none of that, and you got enough slack for you to get some motion. So you see that? So that's really good. I like that, and it's not too like, it's not like draping all over the place up to his like upper thighs and whatnot. And now to the legs, you got a double jointed knee right there. So that's really cool. And then the legendary ankle ball hinge joint on the ankles. You can get some cool motion there. It's 360 motion. But you can put it at an angle, pivots side to side, and then you get the little joint at the ankle. So that's really cool. As for the scale, so here I've got him with the Netflix, or actually video game Mcfarlane Witcher, the non-series. Here we've got your standard Black Series figure. I got the Purge Trooper, based on the Jedi Fallen Order video game. This is a really cool figure. And then I got Firefly out of the classified series line by G.I. Joe. So he stands pretty taller than your, well, I don't know, I guess Witcher is not that big. I don't have a measuring tape on me, but you can use these figures as a reference. He towers over pretty much the Hasbro, Star Wars Legends, G.I. Joe, but I'm pretty sure he's taller than your average Mcfarlane figure. So that's a plus, I guess. You could be displaying with different figures and all that. But that's it for the video, man. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm really excited about this figure, man. This is one of those figures that I really wanted, that I just had to have him. I know he's not super articulate and all that good stuff, but he's definitely a must-have. But that's it for the video. Catch you on the next one. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share, subscribe, leave a comment, man. I'm trying to get into different lines and not just stick to your ordinary toy lines. You know what I mean? Like now, there's so much stuff coming out. I'm like excited about it. I'm getting into new different things, not just sticking to Black Series and Hasbro toy lines and whatnot. But yeah, that's it, man. Catch you guys in the next one.